Yes, people, welcome back again to the Ekitike Stadium here in Hong Kong. This is the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand. I am pitch side still watching Liverpool training, but some bits and bobs have been happening whilst we've been here, and it's best to update you. The first big bit of news is that Hugo Ekitike is a Red, and guess what? He is in Hong Kong. He's at the hotel. He isn't at the training session now, but I assume he will play a part and get some minutes in the game against AC Milan, which will be in this stadium, 50,000 people. And if you just want to have a little look around, Mr. Cameraman, at how many people there are in here, we have 25,000 people here, a couple of Liverpool fans who are loving watching their heroes in the flesh here, which maybe it's, an opportunity they might not see again. Hopefully they do. But Hugo Ekitike is a Red, right? He's got the flight. It wasn't the same flight as me. A lot of people saying, AGT, was he on your flight? No, he wasn't. And I did check the business and the first class, but there was no sign of him. But he is here. So what does that mean for Liverpool? Will he play a part in the game on Saturday? Let us know in the comments. That one is a big question. I think everyone here would be absolutely over the moon to see a glimpse of the big fella in action, Hugo. But he is in Hong Kong. I'm sure he's tired, I'm sure he's jet lagged, but the adrenaline surely takes him through as he signs the papers and becomes a Liverpool player. This training session, by the way, has been super intense. Super intense. Mo Salah and Diaz have almost just had a fight down that corner. They're so intense, and they want to show these fans around the world that training even still is played to such a high level. So Hugo Ekitike will have to get used to that when he joins up with the squad, most likely tomorrow for training. They will train tomorrow in the pitch that is actually right next to our hotel. I don't know if you saw on the Instagram earlier, but we did a video where I've kind of gone out to the rooftop pool, looked over the corner, and that's Liverpool's official camp for this tour. This is where they will play their game against AC Milan, but in terms of their actual training camp, it's right next to our hotel. So if Hugo Ekitike is in that camp tomorrow, we will be the first ones to see it. We'll have the bird's eye view, and we can show you. What time was it that we saw them today? Around 11? Half 10, 11? Half 10, 11. I'll get up to the rooftop tomorrow and see if I can get a little glimpse of Hugo Ekitike. I can't wait to see him in a Liverpool shirt. He's been given the number, I think it's 58 or something like that. In the meantime, before he actually gets his official shirt number, we're still waiting on official shirt numbers, by the way, for Mamadashvili, Wirtz, Frimpong, Kirkes and Ekitike. So 5 shirt numbers we're awaiting here. So that's big Hugo. He's through the door. He's in Hong Kong, and hopefully we see him tomorrow. Some other breaking news is that Newcastle's Alexander Isak has not travelled. He has not travelled, by the way, with that Newcastle squad. And the latest on that is if I read this to you now, I mean, it's a pretty sore bit of news really for Newcastle fans around the world. Alexander Isak has not travelled with Newcastle to Singapore. That's Craig Hope at the Daily Mail. He's the chief football correspondent. The striker still nursing a minor thigh injury. This comes after the news that allegedly he's after £300,000 per week. And if you are valuing him at £150 million, then yes, that is around about the right wages that he should be on. So Alexander Isak not travelling with Newcastle. I got a voice note from my old mate Matty Renton, and he is not happy. And he's actually encouraging the bid now. I won't play it because obviously there's a level of privacy that you want to have with your mates, but I can tell you that he's not overly enjoyed by that one. And he's almost encouraging the bids, whether it be from Saudi, whether it be from Liverpool. We know his head has been turned. I mean, if you have a minor thigh injury, is that really the reason you're not travelling with the squad? Or is it just to keep, your mind away from the swirling noise and rumour mill that are going round at the minute when it comes to Alex Isak? And Liverpool fans in the comments right now, is that a good sign for Liverpool? Does that mean he is going to sign for Liverpool? Let us know what you think about that one in the comments. There's a few ways you can read it. We heard he was training alone the other day, not through lack of discipline, not through a want. But if he is injured, then it does make sense. But also, Newcastle fans, if you are watching this, how nervous does that make you that Alexander Isak has not travelled And Liverpool, as we know from the likes of James Pearce, who's actually here, I just had a chat with him there on the Isak stuff. He thinks that Liverpool are still interested in Isak, as a lot of other journalists do think that as well. So Liverpool fans, Alex Isak, will he be coming to Anfield? The last bit I've got for you is on Luis Diaz, who we are watching right now. He's on the pitch. But Bayern Munich remain optimistic about securing a deal for Liverpool winger Luis Diaz, with internal confidence growing that an agreement can be reached within the next 7 to 10 days, according to Sport Bild. The Bundesliga giants are unwilling to meet Liverpool's €80 million valuation of the Colombian international, but sources suggest they've capped their offer at €75 million in an effort to close the gap and add a bit of an incentive there. Both clubs are discussing the inclusion of a sell-on clause that would see Liverpool receive a percentage of any future transfer fee, particularly if Diaz is later sold to a Saudi Arabian club. Talks are being described as progressing positively, and Bayern believe the sell-on clause could create a positive solution that satisfies all parties without breaking their financial limits. As we know, Diaz, 28 years old, has been such a key player for Liverpool in the last 3.5 years since he's been here. But Bayern do see him as a top priority, and if you are to believe the rumours that he's not happy, that he wants to move, I mean, we're watching him here. He's having such a good time showing off in front of the fans. He's, really making the most of this trip. And as I said, he's getting very physical with Mohamed Salah. The intensity of this training session, especially from the forwards, is something that I haven't actually seen before. So should the transfer go through, Liverpool would be looking to recoup the absolute maximum money for him. As we know, Bayern are so keen to buy a winger, aren't they, in this transfer window? But will it be Luis Diaz? And if you do get €75 million in for him, which is going to be around about £63 million, is there an opportunity to reinvest that straight away into another wide player? We've heard Malik Fofana. His name is back onto the radar now for Liverpool. So this one is just going to rumble on. I think even whilst Luis Diaz is out here with Liverpool in Hong Kong, that one could rumble on a little bit more. And if we are out here and we see anything that could suggest that he could be on his way, or we hear anything, of course we'll let you know on the Kop TV. But to round it off for you, Hugo Ekitike is in Hong Kong. Can we see him in training tomorrow? We'll let you know. We've got a bird's eye view of the training session. I can't wait to see Hugo and what kind of style he brings to Liverpool. Such an amazing ball carrier, great close control. For a big lad as well, he's excellent with his feet. And obviously Alexander Isak has not travelled to Singapore with Newcastle, who actually play against Arsenal, don't they, out here in Asia in a couple of days. So it's interesting to see how that story develops. And then, of course, Luis Diaz, who I'm looking at him right now. Where is he? Where is Luis Diaz? Trying to see him. He's got the blonde highlights in at the minute, so it should be fairly easy. There he is, he's over there. And he looks very much like a Liverpool player right now, if we're being honest. So not much to worry about on that front now, but as the days roll on, as Bayern maybe increase that offer, then we will obviously see more on that story as we get it. But right now, Virgil van Dijk on the ball, plays it in to Gravenberch. Tyler Morton involved in training as well, by the way, here. And the squad is strong. A lot of love out here for Darwin Núñez. And a lot of love for everyone else, as you could expect. But Florian Wirtz looks very special in this training session as the ball gets knocked out to Kostas Tsimikas, who cuts it back into Dominic Szoboszlai, who goes for a goal, and it's weak, to be honest. But listen, what an occasion for these fans here in the stadium. What an occasion for myself to even be here and witness this. I think the final whistle has now gone on training. As you can see, the fans all around are clapping. Look at this fella here. He's absolutely buzzing to see his heroes. He wants to wait. I don't know what he's going to show us. What is he going to show us? Oh my God, he showed me the Kop TV. He showed me the Kop TV. That's unbelievable. Yes, lad. You okay? You subscribe to the Kop TV? Yes, good man. Tell everyone else to as well. See, we've got a subscriber to the Kop TV here in Hong Kong. Look at all these people, man. This is unbelievable. I'll take a picture. So look, we've got a subscriber there for the Kop TV. Every little helps. Tell your friends, mate. But what an occasion this is, man. Smash that like button, get your comments in, and stay tuned to the Kop TV because we've got loads of content to come across the next few days. And we'll be back here on Saturday for match day against AC Milan. But until then, you'll never walk alone. Look at all these amazing fans out here. Right, you never believe it. You never believe it, right? The main fella has just walked out to a massive cheer, and I was thinking, who are they cheering? Hugo Ekitike has just walked out, yeah? And he's on the screen there, look. Yes, lad! He's wearing number 62 temporarily, I think. But he's just greeted all of the players, and that's such a big boost for the fans in the stadium to see the new star man, the new number 9. Hugo Ekitike is live in the flesh. Arne Slot saying they're going to do a little lap of honour here. Love to see it.